friends, good evening. Welcome back to Sunday Education channel. Friends, in the last class we have discussed about the Noam Chomsky language development theory. Okay, and next we will go to learn about the theory of Carl Rogers. Carl Rogers theory of self-concept. Carl Rogers theory of self-confidence. Okay, friends, let's start. Carl Rogers self-concept theory is a small theory. Carl Rogers theory of self-concept, and what he said is, according to Carl Rogers, he explained the theory of self-concept. According to him, himself, myself, and mine is known as self-concept. Myself and mine is known as self concept. Self concept is nothing but myself and mine. How we are thinking, if we are thinking about myself, for example, if I am thinking about myself and mine, that is known as self concept. Okay, he wrote the book Freedom to Learn. Most important bit, Freedom to Learn. The book Freedom to Learn was written by Carl Rogers. Carl Rogers written a book Freedom to Learn. Freedom to Learn was written by Carl Rogers. In this book, he explained the theory of self-concept. Self-concept. Mine and myself is known as Carl Rogers self-concept theory. How I am behaving and how I understood the world, how I am behaving, how I understood the world is known as self-concept. How I am behaving and how I understand the world, that is known as here the self-concept. He explained that he decided the self-concept. The first step in child development is self-concept. Most important, very, very important. If we go through the child development, the first step in child development is self-concept. Self-concept is the, self-concept, concept is the first step involved in the child development. This is also most important bit. So, if in the examination, the examiner may ask, what is the first step in child development? Self-esteem, self-learning, self-concept, like that. The examiner may ask. So that's why better you remember that self concept is the first step in child development. And the book written by Carl Rogers is Freedom to Learn. The book Freedom to Learn was written by Carl Rogers. That is also important point and important bit. And next, according to Carl Rogers, the self-esteem, self-concept is divided into two types, namely that is number one, reality and present. Reality and present state. What is reality and what is present state? And second one is cognitive or psychology. Cognitive or psychology, that is known as psychological. Cognitive or state or psychological. That is, the self-concept is divided into two types according to Carl Rogers. That is reality or present state, or cognitive or psychological. Reality and present state, or cognitive or psychological. That is known as self-concept. He said that teacher is a facilitator. Teacher is only a facilitator. He is a guide and friend and is a facilitator only. But the development of the child is innative. Naturally, the development is it is ongoing process. But the teacher is only a facilitator. He guide and is friendly and philosopher, friend and philosopher and guide only. So the development is a natural process of among the child. So only the teacher, according to the Carl Rogers, teacher is a facilitator. According to Carl Rogers theory, the teacher is friend or facilitator or philosopher. Like that also the examiner may ask. So according to him, how the learning takes place. The learning takes place in a natural condition, natural situation only. But the teacher is only a facilitator. So that is also important point. And self concept in children is found by semantic difference technique. Semantic differential technique. Self concept in children is known by semantic differential technique, SDT. Most important bit, SDT. Semantic differential technique. Semantic differential technique, SDT. The self concept in children, self concept in children found by semantic differential, SDT technique. Semantic differential technique. By using semantic differential technique, we will assess the self concept of the children. Most important bit here. 3-4 bits are there, important bits are there. The book Freedom to Learn was written by CarlRojers, and according to CarlRojers, what is self concept? Myself and mine is called self concept. How I am behaving and how I understand the world is also known as the self concept. The first step in child development is self concept. The first step in child development is uh, is self concept. That is also important bit. Okay, according to him, reality, present, or psychological or cognitive is the two steps involved in the self concept. And he is also stressing that the teacher is only a facilitator. The child has his natural ability to grow. So, development is a natural process. In a natural settings, the development is occurs among the children. The teacher is only a facilitator. So, that is the important aspects involved in the Carl Rogers. Okay, friends. Thank you very much. Yours, Dr. Ravinder Siga. Please subscribe our channel, comment our channel.